Hello, everyone. Welcome to your yoga practice. I'm Kat. I'm so grateful that you are here joining me for this full moon in Gemini yoga flow. The full moon in Gemini arrives during Sagittarius season, which comes toward the end of November and lasts through mid-December. And Gemini is a sign that is characterized by the twins. And the twins represent duality. They represent a dual nature, the light, the shadows, movement and stillness, and really the ebb and flow that is just so essential to our human existence. During the full moon in Gemini, we're really invited to connect with the interplay of opposites, not only within ourselves, but the opposites that we see around us in everyday life, and also really explore how we can become more adaptable to change. This class is going to play with all of these things. We're going to experience some balance poses. We're going to experience some stillness. We're going to be opening ourselves up to the light, and then we're going to be finding some folds, finding the depth, maybe even the darkness and the shadows within ourselves. And ultimately, this moon comes at a time where there's a lot of fiery energy during Sagittarius season. There's the holidays, it's maybe cold outside, and we're maybe feeling more internal. And Gemini invites us to find a lightness, find an ease, find just some airiness during a season that can otherwise feel kind of heavy and damp and dark. So without further ado, let's get started. You won't need any props today, just you and your mat, and we'll get started in child's pose. So coming into a child's pose, spreading your knees wide, walking your hands to the top of the mat, and then letting your forehead rest toward the earth. And tuning in with your breath, feeling the earth beneath you, grounding into this moment here and now. Letting yourself arrive into this practice wherever you are coming from, however your day has been. Maybe beginning to feel some sensation in your hips, an opening feeling. Perhaps feeling an elongation in the spine. And seeing if you can deepen your breath. Maybe finding a little wiggle in the hips. Starting this practice off by grounding into the earth. And although Gemini is an air sign, in order to find this airy, playful energy, it's so important for us to find our connection with the ground, with the earth first. And this is the duality of life, the duality of being. In order to go up, we must go down. In order to go down, we must go up. And a constant cycle of joy, of sadness, a cycle of healing, and then finding a wound again, and then healing from our wounds. A cycle of just being human. Let's take another breath. And then as we exhale, let's shift forward into our tabletop pose, beginning to find some cows and some cats. Dropping the belly to lift the heart as you inhale for cow. And then exhaling, gazing toward your navel, opening up the shoulder blades, cat. Can you exaggerate the opening in your heart, in between your collarbones? And then can you exaggerate the opening in between your shoulder blades? Moving through these cows and cats a few times on your own. And maybe you'd like to find a little roll in the belly, a roll in the spine, incorporating some movement in the shoulder blades, maybe in the crown of the head and the neck. Good. And then we'll find a neutral spine, feeling our palms pressing into the earth and feeling a long line of energy from our tailbone to the crown of our head. And on our inhale, keeping everything contained and controlled, we'll reach our right arm up and then exhale, bring it down. Seeing if you can keep your core, your torso still in space, reach your left arm and exhale down. A few times, inhaling as you reach and exhale down. Inhale, exhale. One more time each side. Inhale, reach, exhale down. Inhale to reach. And exhale down. Let's do the same thing with our legs. So maybe you walk your knees a little closer together, and then we'll inhale, extend our right leg behind us, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left leg, and exhale down. Seeing if you can really keep this feeling of movement and within stillness and stillness within movement. So everything else in your body is staying still besides the leg that is moving. Already living into some duality here. Let's do one more round each side. Maybe beginning to feel some engagement in the glutes, some engagement in the core. Good. Now let's put the two together. So we'll inhale, extend right leg, left arm at the same time. And exhale, bring back down. Moving into opposites. Reaching opposite arm and leg. Exhale, come down. Exploring here a few times. And as you find this movement between opposites, can your core, can your torso remain as still as possible? A little movement is okay. It's natural. It's natural for the rest of our body to have some sort of response to the movement. But we're focusing on keeping the control within the change, within the movement that is happening in the rest of our bodies. Let's do one more round each side. Good. And then let's inhale just our right leg back behind us. And then we'll exhale, draw our knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw knee, nose. Once more, inhale to reach. And then we'll exhale, step that foot through, coming into our 𝒟℉𝓈𝒸𝓃. Arms reach up to the sky. Take a breath in. And then as we exhale, we're opening our arms out wide in a T, filling our whole lungs, our whole heart with breath. Inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're rocking our pelvis up over our supporting knee and giving ourselves a hug. This is a little bit of a balance challenge here. Inhale to open wide. And exhale to rock yourself back, giving yourself a hug. Inhale, opening yourself up to the light. And exhale, giving a hug to all of your shadows within. Once more, inhale, open. And exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale to sweep the arms back up to the sky. And exhale to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes under, lift your back knee, find a little runner's pulse. Just opening up the back heel, the back hamstring. And then we'll step back, finding a downward facing frog. So we're not in downward facing dog yet, we're just getting started. We're keeping our knees really bent, and we're just finding a little playful wiggle in the hips. Keeping our knees bent toward the ground, finding an elongation in our spine. It's kind of a silly, playful energy here. Good, and then we'll shift forward, finding a plank pose. Take a breath in, and then exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat. Let's loop our shoulders up and back. Lift our heart, finding Bhujangasana, baby cobra. And exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale to lower. Once more, inhale, baby cobra. And then exhale, dipping all the way up and back. Find child's pose, holding here for just a breath. Inhale. And exhale, shifting forward into that tabletop once again. This time, left leg extends behind us on the inhale. And exhale, draw knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee, nose. Once more, inhale to extend and reach. And exhale to glide the foot through the hands. Let's reach the arms up, find your 𝒟℉𝓈𝒸𝓃. And then exhale to fall the arms open to the side. Take a breath in here, expand. And then exhale, bring the pelvis over your supporting knee as you give yourself a hug. Inhale to open. Exhale, giving yourself a hug. Inhale for the light. And exhale for the shadows. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale to sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale to frame the front foot, tuck back toes under, lift your back knee. Find some runner's pulses here. One more breath in. And then exhale, we're stepping back, finding that downward facing frog again, giving the pelvis a little wiggle, maybe rolling the crown of the head. Just really loose here. Sometimes our yoga, quote unquote, yoga poses don't really have to look like quote unquote yoga poses.
It's actually fun if we give ourselves the permission to sort of break free from them and explore what else is there just on the edges of these asanas. Take another breath in, and then exhale, shift forward into plank. Inhale, breath here, and exhale, lowering all the way down. Let's inhale, find baby cobra, and exhale, lower. Inhale, peel the heart off the ground. Exhale, lower. Once more, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lift all the way up and back, finding child's pose. Take a breath in. And then this time, as we exhale, we're tucking toes under, lifting hips high. Option to elongate the hamstrings and elongate the heels. Maybe your heels press toward the earth, maybe not. Finding your more traditional, quote unquote, yoga shape. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Maybe you'd like to keep pedaling out the heels. Just finding any other movement you might like as we ease ourselves into this pose. Let's take a breath in. And then exhale, tiptoeing ourselves toward the top of the mat, landing in a ragdoll. Knees are bent, interlacing opposite elbows into opposite wrists, and giving a little sway, a little swing here. Back and forth, back and forth. Good. And then palms pressed down toward the earth. We're inhaling Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. And then exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Once more, inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. This time we're bending at our knees, sweeping our arms up, finding Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a breath in. And then as we exhale, see if you can sink a little deeper into that invisible chair. Inhale, reaching fingertips to the sky. And then as we exhale, we're letting it all go, keeping our knees softly bent. Inhale, sweep back up. And exhale, let it go. A few times. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, maybe you want to audible exhale out. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale. Inhale this time with control. We're reaching all the way up. And then as we exhale, elongating the legs, folding forward, Utkatasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Then as we exhale, option to step or jump back, finding your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a breath in. And exhale out. Inhale, let's reach the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Maybe you want to find some circles with the knee. One direction and then the other. Good. So here we are in this sort of like open position with the hips. And then let's find the opposite, pointing our hip bones down toward the earth. Inhale here. Then exhale, glide the foot in between the hands. We're peeling open all the way into a reverse warrior position, reaching all the way back toward infinity. And then as we exhale, finding extended side angle, elbow to knee, reach all the way up and over. Let's flow back and forth a few times. Inhale, reverse your triangle, sweep all the way up and back. And then exhale, bend into the front knee, sweep all the way up and over. Few times here, finding this flow of energy in your body. Once more, reach all the way up and back. And then as we exhale, we're toe heeling our back foot in a few inches. And then we're squaring off our hips toward the top of the mat. Option A is to reach to opposite wrists. Option B is to find a reverse prayer with your palms. Wherever we are, we're looping our shoulders up and back, gaze up. And then exhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen the crown of your head toward the top of your mat. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you let your forehead melt toward your shin or your knee. 3 deep breaths here in this high pyramid pose. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale to release whatever clasp you have, placing palms in front of you. And then we're lifting our back leg up into a standing split. 3 breaths here, reaching our toes to the sky. Height does not matter. This is more of a balanced pose, seeing if you can root your standing leg, your standing foot into the ground. Maybe you'd like to test your balance, wrapping one hand toward one ankle, seeing if you can find that balance. Let's take another breath in. And then exhale, grazing the earth with your bottom foot as you bring your knee up to the sky into one-legged standing knee raise. Take a breath. And then as we exhale, the standing leg is on fire. We're coming into a standing figure 4 pose. Bending into one knee, crossing the ankle over the knee. Hands can come to prayer. Another breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale, returning back to that one-legged knee raise. And exhale, folding all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right away, bending into the knees. 𝒟ℯ𝓈𝒾𝓃𝓾, reaching fingertips to the sky. And then we're exhaling, letting everything go. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let it go. Exhale. Once more, inhale, reach. Exhale. Last time, inhale with control, reaching all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, elongating as you dive all the way forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, hop, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale out. Inhale, lifting the left leg this time up into 3-legged dog. Maybe you want to scorpion that dog. Give that knee a roll. Drawing circles with the knee in space, feeling the femur bone moving inside of the hip socket, the acetabulum. One direction and then the other. And then feeling that opposing energy, elongating your heel behind you, squaring off your hips. Take a breath in. And then exhale, glide that foot in between your hands, peel back heel open, sweeping all the way up and back to reverse your warrior. And then exhale, extended side angle, elbow to knee, sweep top arm all the way up and over. A few times here, floating back and forth from extended side angle into a reverse triangle. Good. Once more, sweeping all the way up and back. And then toe heeling the back foot in a few inches, squaring off your hips toward the front of the mat, finding the clasp of your elbows or of your palms. Loop shoulders up and back, magnetizing scapula together. Gaze up to the sky, open the heart. And then exhale, shifting forward, pointing the crown of your head toward the top of the mat. And then maybe letting your forehead melt toward your shin or your knee. Maybe in this lifetime, maybe in the next one. One more breath. And then exhale, place the palms toward the top of the mat. We're shifting forward, coming into a standing split. Gaze is toward the big toe. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you begin to find your balance. Rooting into the floor with the supporting leg. One more breath in. And then exhale, bending into your standing knee to reach your right leg up to the sky in a one-legged knee raise. And then exhale, cross the ankle over the thigh. Woo! Maybe you find your balance. Maybe you find some wiggles. Coming into this one-legged figure four pose. I forgot the name of this pose. Another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. Inhale, coming right back where we came, reaching all the way up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're coming into 𝒟ℯ𝓈𝒾𝓅𝓉𝒾ℴ𝓃. Reaching fingertips all the way up as we sit our hips down in that invisible chair. We're taking a breath in here. And then as we exhale, we're finding our drinking bird pose. Maybe you just stay here in this sort of like relaxed drinking bird, I'll say, with the heels on the ground and fingertips reaching up. Or maybe you engage your quads, engage your hamstrings, and begin to lift your heels off the ground onto your tiptoes. Let's take a breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to find a little flow, reaching all the way up to 𝒟ℏ𝓈𝒾𝓅𝓃. And exhale back into that drinking bird, engaging quads, engaging hamstrings, lifting heels. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, finding your strength. Inhale, find a little flow, reach up. And exhale, feel that engagement. Once more, inhale, sweep. And then exhale, folding all the way forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, uncoil, half lift. Exhale, option to step back, downward facing dog, or find your chaturanga. Inhale for Urdhva. Exhale, Adho Mukha. We're inhaling right away, lifting right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Option to scorpion your dog and stay here. Option to flip your dog into wild thing. 3 deep breaths here. Breathing into the heart. Breathing into the front body as you shine yourself toward the sky. Take another breath in. And then exhale, flipping it back around. Take an inhale breath. And then as we exhale, we're drawing our right knee toward our right wrist and sitting ourselves down to come into a pigeon pose. So there's a myth in yoga that in pigeon pose, you have to be in that sort of like 90-degree angle, figure 4 stretch with your legs. And I want to tell you, it's not true. You can bring your ankle as close to your hip bone, your opposite hip bone, as you need. If you have a prop or a blanket you'd like to place under your hip, this is a great option. And let's just find a little rock here with the pelvis. So the most important thing in this pose is that our hip bones are shining forward toward the front of the mat. Good. Let's take a breath in, open up the heart. And then exhale, maybe you stay there, maybe you walk yourself forward into this pigeon. Maybe you want to keep that nice little rock going. Maybe you want to find stillness. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Placing palms to the side, coming up. We're tucking our back toes under, lifting our back knee to step ourselves back into downward facing dog. Give a little pedal with the heels. Good. We'll reach our left leg up to the sky, open out, scorpioning that dog. Maybe you stay here, maybe you want to flip your dog, coming into wild thing. 3 breaths, opening up through the heart. Good. Coming back around. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, gliding your right knee towards your left knee towards your left wrist. And then sliding yourself down. Giving a little shuffle here, situating yourself. Feeling your pelvis balanced between your femur bones. Good. Maybe you stay up here. Maybe you want to walk down, coming into the fold. And continuing to find movement within stillness, stillness within movement. One more breath. And then we'll exhale, palms come to the side, tuck the toes under, lift the knee to lift the hips all the way up. Adho Mukha. Inhale, rise up on the tiptoes, bend into the knees. We're stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, reach to the sky. And exhale, swinging the arms back back to fly into drinking bird. A few times here, reaching up. And exhale, drinking bird with control, with a softness in your strength. Once more, inhale to reach. And exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, sweeping all the way up, 𝒟ℏ𝓚. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, uncoil. Exhale, we're stepping back, finding one last chaturanga if you'd like it. Inhale for urdhva. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, bending in the knees, finding child's pose, forehead to earth. Breath in here, and exhale out. One more inhale. And then as we exhale, we're rolling up vertebra by vertebra into a seat. And coming over to sit on one side for some folds. Bringing the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Let's loop the shoulders up and back, gaze to the sky. And then exhale, melt forward, finding your fold. 3 deep breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale to roll yourself up into a seat. This time we'll spread the legs wide, opening up the heels. We'll reach the arms out to the side, and then as we exhale, sweeping over onto one side. Finding a little flow here. Inhale, find center. And exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Feeling opposite sides of your body. Maybe placing your hand on your rib cage as you bend over. Good, one more round. Good. And then we'll come into a Paschimottanasana. And we'll place our soles of the feet on the mat to start out. Just wrap yourself forward, give yourself a hug, forehead towards your knees. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you come into a full Paschimottanasana, extending the ankles out toward the edge of the mat, wrapping the soles of the feet with your hands, allowing for your forehead to sink towards your knees. Take another breath in. And then exhale to roll yourself all the way up into a seat.
So we're going to close with Nadi Shodhana breath. Nadi Shodhana is a reference to the two nadis that we have energetically going up and down our body. You can think of them sort of like a two-lane highway that goes through the chakras, if you're familiar with the chakras. And it's where we send our breath. It's how energy kind of flows up and down through our bodies, at least according to yogic energetic philosophy. And this breath pattern, Nadi Shodhana, involves closing off one nostril to breathe in through the other. And then we close off the nostril we just breathed through to exhale out the other. And then we do the same thing. Inhale through the right, and then exhale through the left. So we're awakening this sort of two-lane highway through our bodies, through our inhales and through our exhales. So there's a mudra for this. We cross our pinky over our ring finger, bend our middle and index finger down toward the palm, and then the thumb hangs loose. We place our thumb over our right nostril, and then our ring finger presses lightly into our left. So we'll take an inhale here through our left nostril. Hold at the top to close both nostrils, and then exhale, opening the thumb, exhaling out the right. Inhale through the right. Hold at the top, close, and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold at the top, close. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, maybe counting up to 5. Hold at the top. Exhale, close, maybe counting to 5. Inhale, right. Hold at the top. Exhale, left. Inhale softly through both nostrils. And exhale, release. So this is a really interesting pranayama exercise to do, where you can really notice the differences between one side of the body and the other. You can notice if you're stuffed up through one nostril and really open through the other, if one nostril is more dominantly breathing and the other. And this can give us a lot of information around which sides of our bodies are more energetically open, whether it's the left side or the right side, corresponding to the more feminine or to the masculine, and how we are ultimately showing up in the world. Let's find our Shavasana, bringing our whole bodies back down to the mat. Anything else you might need, maybe you want to find a happy baby, hugging the soles of the feet, rocking from side to side. Maybe giving yourself one last hug. And then letting everything go, letting the heels, the ankles drop heavy to the floor, letting the palms lay out. letting all breath patterns be released. Letting your whole body, your whole self, your whole being melt into the earth. Shavasana. Drawing the next breath into the center of your heart. Finding some soft wiggles of the fingertips and the toes. Inhale to reach the arms up overhead in a big good morning stretch. And then exhale over onto one side in a fetal pose. Staying here for a moment. And then exhale to come all the way up into a seat. Bringing the palms together, rubbing our palms, generating some last heat from this practice. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, place one palm then the other over your heart. Feeling yourself here, alive, deeply needed, deeply loved. And feeling all the dualities that you embody, all of the light, all of the dark that exists inside of you in every beautiful way. I wish you such a beautiful rest of your day whenever this finds you. And bring my palms back together, and thank you so much for your presence and your practice here today. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope that this video, that this practice has served you, has brought some playful, airy energy as well as some grounding to this season and this time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope to see you very soon. Thank you. Namaste.